What was your moment when you finally realized your family was abusive? When I was 24, I was diagnosed with scoliosis. When I saw my x-rays, I suddenly remembered every sporting event of my brother's that I was forced to go to, where if I complained that my back hurt, I would be told, "Stop being a wuss. Everyone else here has been standing for as long as you and they're not complaining." And I would be yelled at if I sat down or laid down in the grass. It was common for me to start crying and need to be put in the car, which was great in the moment because I could sit down, but awful because my parents would just bitch about how I ruined it because they couldn't pay attention due to my complaining. That started it. What really kicked it into full consciousness was the following year at Thanksgiving, when the entire conversation with my extended family revolved around how horrible of a child I was, telling extremely traumatic stories about me that were exaggerated severely in a way that painted me in a light as though I was a fully grown adult brain operating in an 8-year-old's body, and like they or other bullies weren't the initial cause of the problem. After my grandfather requested a retelling of that story about XYZ traumatic event, and my mom started to retell it, I had a panic attack, yelled at her and everyone else to shut the fuck up and that the night's entertainment was no gonna be my greatest worst hits. Everyone except my dad treated me, on that day, like I was the asshole, like I ruined dinner. When I came down from my panic attack, I suddenly wanted to brutally attack everyone in my family. 12 years later, and the anger is not gone. I'm better at redirecting it, but not perfect. Because my dad was helpful in the moments when I started to become aware, it took me a lot longer to recognize his own abusive behaviors towards me. He was always the nice one. But really, he just gave me a false sense of security and eroded my ability to trust because he enabled everyone else and would side with my mom, brother, aunt, grandma, and uncle after and before sitting me down and telling me it would be okay. He was the wuss, not me, 50-year-old doormat pushover who couldn't stand up to his own eldest son or protect his son from his wife.